Hare Krishna. So today we have a question from a corporate professionals, and he is a youth boy asking this question that I'm still in my youthhood, I'm still in my 20s. So is it very important for me to practice bhakti? And anyways, bhakti can be practiced in the retirement time when I'm old. So please help me to understand if it is really needed and urgent. So it's a very nice question, from this person. Okay, let me answer this question. See, in the old age, if you properly analyze any old person who is above 60, 65, 70, now currently in this age, above 50 is gone. Already entire body becomes khatara. It doesn't work properly. So you see, old people, it is so difficult to walk, so difficult to sit. If we sit, you cannot stand. If you stand, you cannot sit. There's knee pain, back pain. Clearing the bowel system is so difficult. There's so many different health issues. And eyes, when it comes to eyes, vision, that also reduces because we are not able to see properly. When it comes to ears, hearing also becomes very, very feeble. Hearing, people have to literally shout into our ears to understand what they're speaking. And with time, the tongue also gets swollen. So when the person speaks, the speech is not clear. Now with all these different things of the old age, how can the person practice bhakti? This practice of bhakti needs some energy in the body. The body should be fit. And when it comes to the tongue, we should be able to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. See, when we're chanting Krishna, the tongue has to twist a bit. But we have seen old people, for them to pronounce Krishna is very, very difficult because the tongue becomes swollen after some time. And when we go to temple, taking darshan of the Lord is difficult because the eyesight has reduced or become weak. So these are the physical issues which are there. Now throughout the life, say the person has done only sense gratification, no bhakti. So what happens? So as the person grows old, when I say the person grows old, means what is actually growing old? We are spirit soul, we will not grow old. The body is growing old. But you know what? The body that we see externally, that's called gross body, that is becoming old, but the mind is still young. So as we are celebrating happy birthday to you year after year, the body is becoming old, but the mind is still young. So even at the age of 60, 70, what happens? The body is old, is good for nothing, but the mind is still so young. It's still so young. It keeps giving crazy ideas. So there are many cases where 60 years, 70 years, 75-year-old people, they have got extramarital affair. They're getting into these deep sexual thoughts. Why? Because throughout life, whatever the person has done, same thing the person will think about later. And especially in the old age, when there's nothing to do, nothing else to do, the mind is sort of empty. What happens? Empty mind, devil's workshop. So mind will keep throwing crazy ideas, one after another. And these old people, they have got so much of anxiety because of the loneliness. They keep thinking about so many different things. Like for example, no one is taking care of me. Full life I did so much for these people, they are not taking care of me. They are not coming and talking to me. No one is listening to me. I have so much of experience I want to share. And they have these different things that, okay, now whatever I was doing, they feel the sort of crisis. Whatever I was doing before, now I'm not able to do. And they feel that throughout life, what have I done? I have done nothing. Because materially we do anything, it is anyways going to deteriorate and after some time lost. So the person gets into a crisis mode and he starts thinking, I have not done anything in life. And when such thoughts are coming in the mind, such sensual thoughts are coming in the mind, such anxieties are there, in the mind, what happens? The mind is completely filled. So where is the question of beginning the spiritual journey? Another question. In the old age, can we start something new? I'm talking about material things only. We cannot start anything new as such. Because the mind will not support, body will not support. Then where is the question of starting bhakti in the old age. So all these points, if we put together, actually we can go on speaking on these different points. But if you put all these points together, we understand old age is not the time to start practicing bhakti. But old age is a time to relish the mature fruits of the grown-up tree of bhakti. And the seed was sown of this tree much before in the youth. So it's very important to understand now currently whatever state we are in, our health is good, body supporting, so it is good, health is good, we can put in a lot of energy and do devotional service. Second, our memory power is good. When it comes to old people, to remember any shloka becomes very difficult. In fact, there are people who are not able to remember Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Forget about shloka of Gita or Bhagavad. Hare Krishna Mahamantra people are not able to remember. That's how the memory power reduces. Currently our memory power, it's good enough. We can remember shlokas, we can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can remember various pastimes given in Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas. So memory power is good. And then responsibilities. It's not that with time the responsibilities are going to reduce. Maybe externally the responsibilities might reduce, but internally unnecessary responsibilities or self-created responsibilities will keep on growing. So mind space will always be filled with responsibilities. So whatever state of existence we are currently in, whatever phase of life we are currently in, that is the best time, because that responsibility is the best for us, because with time anyways it's going to increase and eat up all our time. So currently good amount of responsibilities are there and we have good amount of time also then. And then learning capacity. See, when it comes to learning capacity, as of now all of us have that learning capacity. We want to learn new things. But when it comes to old people, it's very difficult for them to start to learn something new because the learning capacity is almost nil. Almost nil. There are people who come, for the sessions, old people, and initial prayers, and after that they are just dozing off because they're not able to focus. They're not able to focus. Learning capacity is nil. Look at us at the current situation of ours. We are able to focus. Like you're focusing now while watching this video. You're able to focus. But when it comes to people who are growing old, the focus goes on reducing. So considering all these different points, now we have to understand that now is the right time. Doesn't matter which phase of life we are in. Now is the right time to start practicing bhakti. And when we grow old, when the person is bedridden and things like that, it's the time to relish the mature realization and the fruits of devotional service. So let's not wait. Let's not wait and struggle in the old age. Better struggle now nicely, giving good amount of time to practice spirituality and enjoy the fruits of spirituality at the end of our life. I hope this helps you to understand that it's very, very, very important to practice bhakti right from the youthhood, which will help us to stabilize in the current situation and help us to stabilize and become very mature and realized in future. Thank you. Hare Krishna.